2,000 years ago, Pegasus, a magic horse in the ancient Greek mythology, flew onto the utensils used by the Chinese people. That was a miracle which happened on the Silk Road. What is the Silk Road? The Silk Road, in its classical sense, refers to a trade channel from ancient China to the Mediterranean countries via Central Asia and West Asia. Let's widen our horizon on this road, with connected Chang'an with Rome, two places about 8,000 kilometers apart in a straight line. Standing between the two countries were Mount Tian Shan, the Taklamakan Desert, the Pamirs, the Hindu Kush Mountains, the Plateau of Iran, the Zagros Mountains. East Asia and Central Asia were isolated from each other by mountains and rivers. Until a Chinese man named Zhang Xian arrived in Central Asia, facilitating direct exchanges between the two regions. In the 2nd century BC, the northern nomadic nation Xiongnu expanded its influence constantly. After enthroned, Emperor Wu of Han Liao Che sent imperial envoy Zhang Xian to the western regions to find potential allies, to work with them to defeat the common energy. In 139 BC, Zhang Xian left Chang'an, finally arriving in Central Asia after an arduous and dangerous journey. He was the first Chinese person in history to reach the West. Surprisingly, the states along his travel route, such as Yuezhi and Tokra, looked like Hellenistic countries. The people and things he saw in the Amu Darya Basin brimmed with the romantic charm of the Mediterranean civilization. In the 4th century BC, Alexander the Great went east to attack the Persian Empire, with the territory of Greece expanded to the west of the Pamirs. After Alexander's death, the Greek culture still had a deep influence in these places. 13 years later, Zhang Xian returned to Chang'an. Despite his failure to persuade any state to join the battle, he brought a piece of heartening news. There were Akhal-Teke horses in Taiyuan. In the early Han Dynasty, there weren't enough horses, let alone battle steeds. But the situation was changed as the Silk Road was opened up. The sturdy Akhal-Teke horses were very suitable for military use. To improve the military power, Emperor Wu of Han ordered purchase and improvement of this good horse variety, and even sent troops to conquer Taiyuan. French sinologist Lucette Boulnois wrote in his writing, "The sinologists all around the world agree that in the formative arts created before and after Zhang Qian's visit to the western regions, there are totally different descriptions of Chinese horses. From the prehistoric age till the contemporary times, and from the east to the west, the image of the horse has frequently appeared in the human works of art. The change of the horse image during the reign of Emperor Wu of Han was attributed to the introduction of Central Asian good horses into the Han Dynasty. After Emperor Wu of Han conquered the small states in the western regions, the areas along the Silk Road became relatively stable, making cultural exchanges smoother. Greek magic horse Pegasus, a symbol of hope and inspiration, appeared in Chinese sculptures and paintings during this period. The Silk Road became more bustling in the Tang Dynasty, and winged horses were widely used as patterns along the Silk Road. More than 2,000 years has passed, but the Silk Road remains there in Eurasia and has even been upgraded to a more magnificent Silk Road economic belt and 21st century maritime Silk Road. In June 2020, the first Silk Road Week was held in Hangzhou City, Zhejiang Province, China. The image of Pegasus and the logo of the Silk Road Week represents the contemporary people's desire to learn from each other and promote future cooperation.